Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pandamaroo Draws. I am an innovator, an illustrator, and most of all, a concerned parent. Welcome to another sketchbook tour. Just a peek behind the curtain, you guys. This is my third time filming the sketchbook tour. I filmed it twice to total completion, and when I was watching the film back, I keep saying film, it's a recording, you know what I mean. But when I was watching it back, I was like, good lord, do they have you at gunpoint? It was bad, and I sat it aside and I kind of thought about it off and on, and I realized that the reason it was so like, here it is, blah 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 blah, is not because of the actual artwork or sketches inside of it. It's because at the time I was not happy. I was not happy at the time. I was in art school. I had finally gotten into a program and it was just not going well, and I really had to think. And I really had the crisis of thinking, like, this is something you've worked so hard for and it's not a good fit. What are you gonna do? Luckily for me, I had a great professor at my first college that I got into the art school with that really saw what I was doing and, struggling with, and said, hey, I hope you don't take offense to this, but I don't think, this gallery kind of stylist for you. There's another college up the way that has an illustration program. I think that would be a really good fit for you. And he was right. And I appreciate him, and I hope he's doing well, and I hope that everybody that watches this and sees this has a person like that in their life, because it really helped me and it really changed my path. So with that energy in my heart, we're gonna do the sketchbook tour again. I'm gonna tell you some stories, and it's gonna be a fun time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We just hit 100 subscribers. Yes, I am the most popular girl in the world. JK. But I would like to get to 1,000 so I could get to, just a little bit of coin back, just a little bit of money back, little bit. All right, but let's get it going. So this is my, I don't know what number we're on. I think this is number 6. Oof, embarrassing. I do believe this is at least video number 6. So at the time, where was I? I had just gotten, I don't think I just gotten, I was at Georgia State University. That's where I started out my my BFA, and like I was saying earlier in the intro, their program is very like, if you want to get work like in a gallery, it's very like, I want to spend a lot of time on these paintings. I want these paintings to be things that are like purely for what I want, like, this is hyperbole, but they kind of feel like commission is like a dirty word. It's very kind of like avant-garde, and I actually, if I can find it, I'm gonna put in like some footage of like what they had in the student gallery, and you guys will know just what I'm talking about. You'll immediately get the vibe. But so I won't waste your time anymore. As usual, it's covered in stickers. This is a bee. Can I find it? This is a bee pin something paper. I'll find it, you guys. Hold on. Sorry about that, you guys. I did find it. This is a bee paper 8.5 by 11 bee pin sketcher paper pad. It has 50 sheets and the summary on it, because I have I have a document pulled up. It says it's heavyweight paper and smooth textures, perfect for all pen artist needs, including heavier ink pens such as the Prismacolor illustration markers, available in many sizes and layouts for the diverse needs of our customers. The paper weight is 70 pounds. The color of the paper is natural white. The surface is smooth. It says that it's good for illustration, markers, pens, graphites, and mechanical pencils. You can only get it in, it says that you can get it in bound pads. I've never seen it, so, you know, take with that what you will. It is pretty affordable. I haven't seen it at like a ton of places. I know on Amazon you can get it for about $8.50 USD. At Blick it's like $5.50 USD, and then I think Jerry's Artorama is also like comparable to like $5.50. It's made in the USA, so like, sorry, it might be hard to get internationally, but like I said, it is available on Amazon. And I'm kind of giving you the stats and stuff because I mentioned it in another sketchbook review, I believe. I don't really like first impressions because like when you first get something, of course you like it. I kind of like, you know, like I've used it and here are my thoughts. So I'm kind of combining that with the sketchbook tour. We'll see if this is a good format or if you guys would like one where I just talk about, you know, what I did, how it held up, and then do like the actual sketchbook tour in a different thing. We'll see. We can work it out. It's fine. So like I said, I was at Georgia State. I was in my art program. I was in so they have like two sections. They have when you like first get in, and then later they have like a board where they say like if you can stay in or not. So I hadn't done my board yet. At the time, I wanted to do a podcast with a friend of mine called Bad and Bookish. I'm sure some of you might know what this actually turned into, but we were trying to design stuff. We were, this was 2018, maybe even 2017, I'm not sure. So this was, Kanye West was still a very controversial character, but I don't think he had went as far as off the deep end as, you know, he is now. So we were doing a lot of like plays on like his Yeezus album where he says like, what is it when a good girl holds you down, you're supposed to drown and stuff like that. So, you know, it says like one real book. No, it says when a real book holds you down, you're supposed to drown. And then one good book is worth 1,000 bad bitches. Just, you know, foolish chicanery. So for one of my classes, I had to make like a mood board. So this is just like kind of the stuff that I gravitated towards. Honestly, it is stuff that I like and gravitated towards. It did not turn into anything that I made. I didn't have, like I said, it just wasn't a good fit, so I didn't really have a good grasp on what they were really asking me to do. I'm obsessed with like Rococo fashion and like Marie Antoinette-esque kind of thing, so like this is gonna be like a running theme. These are just Pokemon, and this is Posca. Ooh, I feel that. That's Posca. Also, it did take Posca very well. Like, it is very smooth. This is not, well, you can't see. Oh, it did bleed through. I don't think this is an alcohol marker because of the texture of it and the way it looks, but you can see it through on the other side. I'll just try to cue in things like that. Same here. Some of these have alcohol marker under them and stuff like that. Here are some. I'm also obsessed with like the Mario baddies. I like the Super Mario World versions of them the best. I just think they're super cute. This was more brainstorming, so I was thinking about like misquoting like rap lyrics and making like posters out of that. I was thinking about like subverting like misogynist pop like rap quotes into like empowerment, but like I'm kind of glad I didn't because I don't want to get too far into it, but you know, then that kind of falls into like hypersexualization and stuff like that. But I was just trying to think of stuff like that. This is, at the time, I was playing a ton of Stardew Valley. So I was gonna make a poster about like, cause I mean, everybody knows like you make wine and that's how you make your money. So I was gonna make like a poster with my character that was like a Art Nouveau wine poster. Never did that, but we might have to like, in fact, we might have to just and come back to that. That might have to be something we come around to. Yeah, see, and this was just me trying to get the poses right. What is this? This is some Illustrator mess, I can tell. I love drawing critters. I said it, I love it. I love drawing critters. So just some squirrels and some possums, and the possums are gonna come up again. Is this the possums? Yes, it is. I did a relief print. And this was the relief print. It was not very good, but you know, I did it. I did it. In fact, hold on. I'll see if I can find some of them. Found it. So FYI, I had to take printmaking twice. That's the worst thing about transferring colleges, is like trying to haggle with them to see which one of your classes they will and won't take. So they didn't take my intro to printmaking. They said it was like too low a level, even though I did the same thing. Whatever, I'm not bitter. I actually really enjoyed the KSU printmaking a lot more. So this was my first ever relief print, and anybody that does prints can probably see that this is not good at all. Like the pressure was too high. There's not enough chatter, but like I didn't know. So this was the ideation of it, and this is what it turned into. I was gonna do something with this because I had to do, what do we do next? Was it Citrussolve? I think it was a Citrussolve next. This was more like, I had to write so many artist statements, you guys. So this is like one of them. This was like trying to get down like stuff that I actually liked and stuff that I didn't like. The love part is too long, so I'll just tell you about some of the stuff that I said that I didn't like, and we'll see if that still holds on. So minimalism, yeah, not a fan. Abstract art, not a fan. Frank Stella, he's like I think he is a minimalist. Not a fan. Foolishness, not a fan. Dubstep, in moderation. I don't like styrofoam. The sound of it, like, makes me, I don't even know how to describe it. It overwhelms me so much. I have an allergy to milk. I'm not lactose intolerant. It's a milk allergy. I don't like lima beans. I don't know why I put Taylor Swift. That's really mean, and it's not true. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I was just in my feelings that day. I think 1989 is a like really, really good album. I think it's kind of iconic. Maybe I was around like some annoying Taylor Swift fans, but that's not true. I'm sorry, Taylor Swift and the Swifties. This is not true. I do not like Jennifer Lawrence, though. That is a hill I'm willing to die on. And the tiny house movement. And if you guys want to know why, leave a comment and I'll tell you all about my feelings about that. So this down here, I wanted to open a sticker shop. Still do. With the way Etsy's going right now, I don't know. We'll look into it. We'll see about it. I'm not giving up, but we got to do some more research. This was just having to do with my printmaking class. And my babies. This is Possum, who unfortunately has passed, and I miss him very much. This is a very bad rendition of my kitty cat Sparta. That's my dog Maxwell. This is my oldest son when he was a young bab. More stuff about printmaking. My baby again, which I actually did make this also into a painting. I'm not gonna go get that because it's very far away, but if I find a picture of it, I'll put it up. This was, I love the Sneetches. I have a green star on my belly because I am a star belly Sneetch, but one of the things at the end of the book is Professor McMonkey McBean, who is the foil of the Sneetch book, says you can't teach a Sneetch. And I've discovered that many times in my life, I have indeed been that Sneetch. So this is what it is, like, you know, you look in the mirror and it's you kind of situation. These are like magical weapon designs. At the time, I was also playing this game called Holy Potatoes. It's a weapon shop. It's a really goofy game, but you get to make weapons, like magical weapons, and I love it. I still play it every once in a while, but yeah, that's what this was inspired from. I think I know what this is. There's this, if you've ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho, the first episode when Yusuke, is it a spoiler if it happens in the first episode? I don't know. That anime is like 30 years old now, so I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, Yusuke dies in the first episode. Don't worry about it. But at his funeral, he has like this gorgeous like glamour shot of him like looking over his shoulder, like super wide-eyed, and like I draw it all the time, but I think this was like one of the first times I was like trying to draw it. I had to do this group project, and we had to like pick a theme and then find artists that matched it. It was okay. This was gonna be another print. I love birds, and I love birds that do crimes, and pigeons are very smart. They know how to find their way home, and sometimes people use pigeons to shepherd drugs to people, and this pigeon got caught because the little backpack full of drugs that he had was too heavy and he couldn't fly. Don't do illegal stuff, you guys. I don't want any of you guys going to jail. This is for Aquatints. I did a sticker sheet for somebody, a Hufflepuff sticker sheet. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I'll say it all the time. I do not approve of J.K. Rowling and her anti-trans agenda, her TERF nonsense. I think that is just redonkulous. I do still think that you can support trans artists that, you know, make Harry Potter themed stuff, but I don't think you should be buying the actual merchandise or playing the games. That woman don't need no more money in her pocket because she literally is using it to fund anti-trans movements that are actively hurting people. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. But this was gonna be the, what? I think this was a relief one. This was a very ambitious relief one because this is what, 8 colors it looks like. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Here's my intaglio, and I think I have some. So this is the regular one, and then I did one in red, and then I attempted to do a rainbow roll, and a rainbow roll is just when you get like several colors and you try to blend it together. All of these are really bad. I don't know why. My professor, he was a grad student teaching us, and he just had, I'll admit, he made fantastic prints, but he was not a good teacher, and he just had this real like holier than thou kind of energy, and it was very exhausting. Like everybody in the class, we would just like hang out after like time was over and try to teach ourselves printmaking because it was ridiculous. But like what I was gonna say is, like, if you can see how it's like piled up like that, and then if I flip it over you can really see it, it's because the pressure was too high on it. I don't know why he didn't say anything. Like that's not good for the press too. So like it's not even like a helping me thing, it's like helping save your equipment, but yeah, he didn't, so whatever. Oh, I was gonna make because I was learning printmaking, I was gonna make some screen prints with Taylor Swift quotes on it. That's why I don't understand why, like I said, I don't like Taylor Swift, because I do. I think she's a fantastic songwriter. See, this goes once again to what I said. I was just in a bad place because look at it. Like, it doesn't make, I don't know why I wrote that. It's really upsetting me, honestly. This is, oh, I love Pokemon, as you guys probably know, and I am obsessed with all their little electric mice. So this is another thing that like comes up a lot. Yeah, more electric mice. Back to that printmaking class that I wasn't fond of. So we'd have critiques, but instead of like everybody putting their work out and then you like talking about it one by one, he would make us walk through like it was a gallery or something and then write notes. So I just kept some of my favorite notes, and by the end of the class we were not writing critiques anymore. We were writing like fake love notes to each other. Like I have one, I don't know where it is, but it just says like, "Girl, you fine, your mama let you date." Oh, and some people started calling me Badrian, and I really like that. You guys know what this turned into. Do I have one? Oh, that one's stuck to something. I was looking for a sticker. But yeah, I made stickers of this scene. This was the first ideation of it. As you can see, it's not that great, but we got there. Now I'm looking at it, this would be a good one to make too, like the giant thing, because I do love the pearls. Put another little. Just right there. Puppies dressed up in Sailor Scouts outfits. What more needs to be said? They're adorable. I think I had just found this printer paper, so I just like printed out some like pictures. So like this was this. This is on Yupo paper, and another. It was for printmaking. It's all for printmaking. This was drawing like little kids as like dragon tamers. More printmaking stuff. This was actually not printmaking stuff. This was for another class that I had that I was I really liked, but we had to, I can't remember exactly what the assignment was, but it was basically like a paint by number situations to learn values. So I did this and I did it 4 times. I don't know where it is, and but yeah, the ones and the twos and all that are just like the different values that I was gonna use. This is back to the little babies being dragon tamers. I think I had some kind of like rainbow pencil and I was like trying to do something with it. I think that's what this is. This is a snail. Once again, was playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I think on my second run I tried to romance Leah. Yeah. First one was Emily. I still like this. I still think this is pretty good, especially at like my drawing level. What's the word I'm looking for? I think that this is really good. I think this is also when it looks, I don't know if you guys can see the reflective shine on it. I'm trying to think what color pencils these are. These are probably Prismacolors. I think it looks really good though. Even still, like the body needs a little bit of work, but like I think that looks really nice. The nose blending could be better too. This is back to the children dragon tamer things. Oh, and back to my like slight review of this. So this is watercolor. So like it didn't buckle too bad, but as you can see, it's not doing the watercolor any real favors. This paper is just not made for it. It never said that it was, but I know that there's people like me that when you get a sketchbook, you're like, you're my one and only, and you're gonna do everything I want. This down here is acrylic, which once again, the paper didn't buckle. I don't want to say that like this looks, that like the way it looks is because of the paper. I am terrible at acrylics. So I don't want to comment on that, but the paper didn't buckle. There's a couple different layers on it. There you go. Since I had slight success doing the Hufflepuff sticker sheet, I was gonna do a Ravenclaw one. It never came to fruition, so sorry. I got some kind of stencil set, and these were like the stencils on it. I don't remember where I got it from. This is what made me stop doing my Stardew Valley Bachelorette ones, because I did Haley so dirty and I could not fix it. I think I was just having like a really bad art day, maybe a couple days, and this is still something that I have a bit of trouble with. I think I've gotten better at it, but like sometimes when things like start going wrong, it's so hard for me to pivot, and so it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and that's what really happened with this. But I wish that I would have kept moving, but it just disheartened me so much. Oh, I remember exactly when this was. So Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer album had just come out, and she had one of those, I forget what they call it. Beyonce did the same thing with Lemonade, where it's like the music, each song has like a music video and it makes like a movie. I know there's a word for it, it's escaping me, but these were just some of the looks from it. Dirty Computer's so good. Oh, I went back home. I'm originally from Las Vegas. I know this accent does not sound it. So I went back home and I was just kind of like writing out some of my feelings. I was gonna do a Slytherin one. Your girl's a Slytherin. You probably knew that. You probably felt that snake energy coming from me. Once again, never happened. Maybe the start of a Gryffindor one? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Yeah, this was my plane ticket. Also, I hadn't seen my dad in a long time, so I was worried. So like when I was waiting for the plane, I made like this little like worst case scenario, and like option 1 was like that this was all like a long con and it was actually gonna be my mom, and then option number 2 was like we both blow up on each other like Katie Kaboom. Neither one happened. It was a very lovely time. I enjoyed it so much. And then, as in true panda fashion, the back is just where I did all my swatches and stuff. And I think this one has a special surprise. This is when I started getting super into washi tape. Y'all ready for this? Look at that. And yes, I have more now. I don't have all of these though. I wish I had some of these still. But yeah, that was my B pen sketcher. What was it? B pen styler? I don't remember already. And I hope that this one had better energy than the 2 that you'll never see. If you have any questions pertaining to I don't know, any of the stuff that was inside of it, any like tips or tricks that you think that I could help you with, if you just want to ask me some questions, I'd appreciate it. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this. As I've said previously, we just got to 100 subscribers. Yes, this is a we thing now. This is the royal we. This is our channel now. This is now our channel. So we're gonna get to 1,000. That's the new goal. We've pushed the goalpost. We're gonna get to 1,000. You guys can't see all the hand motions I'm making. And so I'd really appreciate it if I got some kind of engagement, so YouTube showed this to other people that would, you know, vibe with this. You can check me out on Instagram. You can check me out on Threads. I'm actually on there quite a bit more than Instagram. I never really liked Twitter, but I am enjoying Threads a lot. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys soon with another video. I hope you guys are having a great day and making great art. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.